Welcome back, treasure hunters, numismatists, and curious minds to another thrilling deep dive on Rare Coin Archive, the channel that proves real treasure doesn't always come in chests of gold or pirate ships, but in the everyday coins you might already own. Today, we're uncovering the extraordinary mystery of a coin that may be hiding in plain sight. A coin from a pivotal moment in history, born in a land undergoing radical change, the 1992 South African 1 Rand coin. A piece so deceptively ordinary that many people overlook it. Yet, in rare forms, this coin can fetch upwards of $95,000. Yes, $95,000. That's not just numismatic hype. That's auction record real, and today, we'll take you through every layer of this modern-day mystery, from minting secrets and political backdrops to how you can identify a $95,000 version yourself. Let's set the stage. South Africa, 1992, a nation in transition. Apartheid, the rigid system of institutionalized racial segregation, is being dismantled. The country is reeling from international sanctions, internal unrest, and the looming prospect of its first democratic elections, which would eventually come in 1994. During this time, national symbols, flags, currencies, even the springbok antelope on coins, became more than just design choices. They became icons of identity, resilience, and political significance. The South African Mint, based in Centurion, continued producing coinage during this transitional era. But something unusual happened during the minting of the 1 Rand coin in 1992. Let's talk about the coin. Denomination: 1 Rand are 1 year, 1992 material. Nickel-plated copper weight, 7 grams diameter, 23 mm obverse. South African coat of arms reverse. The iconic springbok antelope, leaping forward edge. Read it, thousands, possibly millions, of these coins were minted. So why is this 1 year, this one design possibly worth nearly 6 figures? Because within this mintage hides a numismatic anomaly. Let's break down the reasons this specific coin is being whispered about in collector circles. There are reports of a very limited number of coins that were either proof strikes mistakenly released into circulation specimens/test coins with special finishes not meant for public use, minting errors such as off-center strikes, die breaks, cracks in the stamping die, double strikes missing edge, reading weak, or over-polished strikes that obscure detail. Some coins exhibit mirror-like surfaces, similar to proof coins, coins that are normally reserved for collectors or dignitaries. Now here's the kicker. These coins weren't officially announced or recorded in mint bulletins. There are no confirmed official mint documents explaining their existence. This adds to the coin's allure, sparking rumors of unauthorized releases, private orders, or intentional test runs. Even if thousands were made, very few of these coins remain in mint condition today. Why? Because these were regular circulation coins used in vending machines, bus fares, corner shops. Most were heavily worn. Very few survived untouched, uncirculated, and well-preserved. This scarcity of high-grade examples drives the value up immensely. There have been several reported private sales, mostly in collector forums, South African numismatic communities, and international dealer networks, where a flawless 1992 R1 coin has been offered for between $25,000 and $95,000, depending on condition, error features, and certification. One coin, authenticated as a possible proof strike error, was rumored to be offered privately to a European collector for over $1.5 million, roughly $80,000. So now we want to hear from you. Have you ever found a 1992 1 Rand coin that looked just a little too shiny? Do you remember picking up change from a trip to South Africa in the 90s? Could a $95,000 treasure be sitting in your drawer right now? Tell us in the comments. We love hearing about your coin hunting stories, your discoveries, and the coins that got away. And if this episode sparked your inner collector, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell icon, so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into a hidden fortune. Until next time, keep your coins safe, your mind curious, and your eyes sharp, because the next ordinary-looking coin you pick up might just be the one that changes your life. Take care, and as always, happy hunting.
It looks like just another coin. A small, ordinary disc of metal, forgotten in a drawer or slipped into a pocket without a second thought. But buried within South Africa's modern currency is a story almost no one knows. A twist of fate, a minting mistake, a treasure hidden in plain sight. And today, that mistake is worth up to $5 million. 2021, a year of resilience and recovery. While the world was still reeling from a global pandemic, South Africa continued to push forward, adapting, rebuilding, surviving. And in the heart of this historic period, the South African Mint continued its quiet work, producing the nation's coinage. Among them, the newly minted R1 coin, a humble denomination, yet deeply symbolic. On its face, a springbok, nimble, elegant, and unmistakably South African, a symbol of agility, strength, and national pride. But something extraordinary happened. Somewhere within the tightly controlled process of minting, a flaw emerged. A perfect mistake. A small batch of 2021 R1 coins left the mint, but they weren't like the others. Something had gone wrong. And in the world of numismatics, wrong can sometimes mean priceless. These coins were struck with rare, undocumented minting errors, some on the wrong metal planchet, some with off-center strikes, some with misaligned dies or double impressions. These aren't counterfeits. They're official South African currency, simply created under extraordinary, unintended conditions. And as of today, fewer than a dozen verified examples are believed to exist. One of them recently made headlines, valued at up to $5 million in a private collector's market, not because of its face value, but because of what it represents. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is built on 4 pillars: rarity, condition, history, error. And this coin checks every single box. From a time of global and national crisis, bearing a standard design, but produced with a critical flaw, minted in limited quantity, verified by professional grading services as authentic and uncirculated. This isn't just about money, it's about meaning. Because collectors don't just chase coins, they chase stories. Stories frozen in metal, symbols of hardship, resilience, and the quiet victories of everyday life. And this coin is all of that. So how do you know if you have one? Here's what to look for. On-screen checklist. Off-center design. The springbok or national emblem appears skewed or shifted. Double strike. Letters, numbers, or images look shadowed or repeated. Wrong planchet. The coin feels heavier or lighter than normal, with an unusual metallic tone. Color variation. An oddly golden or silvery appearance where it shouldn't be. Mirror finish. A highly polished, proof-like surface not meant for circulation. Uncirculated condition. The coin looks brand new, with sharp details and no visible wear. If your 2021 R1 coin shows 2 or more of these signs, don't ignore it. It could be one of the rarest modern coins ever minted. A $5 million find hiding in plain sight. But remember, authenticity is everything. Have it examined by a certified numismatic grading service, like PCGS or NGC, to confirm its legitimacy and market value. This isn't about gold. It's not about silver. It's about the story sealed into a sliver of metal. A flawed coin from a year when the world and South Africa bent but did not break. A quiet monument to survival. A legacy pressed into metal. That coin jar in your kitchen, that shoebox in your grandfather's attic, that handful of change from a forgotten road trip, look again. Because if you're lucky enough to be holding a rare 2021 R1 error coin, you're not just holding money. You're holding a moment in time, a chapter in history, a once ordinary coin made extraordinary. If this story sparked your curiosity, there's so much more to discover. Subscribe for rare coin deep dives, untold histories, and modern treasures hiding in plain sight. And if you've ever come across a strange, misprinted, or oddly colored coin, drop a comment below. We might just feature your find in the next episode. Until then, keep collecting and keep looking closer, because sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest stories.
Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive, where ordinary coins become extraordinary treasures. Now picture this: a single R1 coin, minted in South Africa in 2010, selling at auction for a breathtaking $65,000. It's not made of gold, nor encrusted with jewels. It's not locked away in a museum. It looks almost exactly like the change you might hand over at a parking meter. And yet, this small, silver-toned coin has become one of the most valuable modern-era coins in African numismatics. So what exactly makes the 2010 South Africa 1 Rand coin so special? Is it a design anomaly, a minting mistake, or just a perfect storm of historical timing and collector frenzy? Let's unravel the mystery, because this coin story isn't just about metal and minting. It's about discovery, rarity, and life-changing luck. 2010 wasn't just any year for South Africa. It was the year the nation stepped onto the world stage as the host of the FIFA World Cup, a first for the African continent. The country was buzzing with change, socially, culturally, and yes, even monetarily. Behind the scenes, the South African mint was undergoing subtle shifts. Rising metal costs, evolving production methods, and the high demands of minting for a major international year all collided. And as history has shown us time and time again, transitional periods are fertile ground for minting errors. And it was during this very time that a highly unusual batch of 1 Rand coins quietly slipped into circulation. To understand what went wrong or what went so right, we have to first understand the coin's intended form. Obverse side. The South African coat of arms, surrounded by the country's name in all 11 official languages. A design element introduced in 2000 to reflect national unity. Reverse side. The proud and agile springbok antelope, a timeless symbol of grace and speed, and a fixture on South African coinage since the days of the Krugerrand. It was a beautiful, functional coin, common, durable, and widely circulated. But then came the errors that would turn some of these coins into six-figure artifacts. There are 2 types of error that have been confirmed in these rare 2010 1 Rand coins. While standard 1 Rand coins were minted on nickel-plated steel, a few were mistakenly struck on planchets intended for different denominations or coins altogether, possibly solid nickel, silver alloy, or even leftover foreign blanks. This error would have gone unnoticed at the time, but decades later, it's what separates a $1 coin from a $65,000 collector's piece. These mistruck coins differ subtly. Weight, slightly heavier or lighter than the standard 5 grams. Color and sheen, a different metallic hue, duller, shinier, or with a tone inconsistent with nickel-plated steel. Magnetic response. Standard 1 Rand coins are magnetic. These rare errors, often non-magnetic, a red flag that you're looking at something extraordinary. In an even rarer twist, some of these error coins also exhibit a double die obverse, a type of minting error where the die used to strike the design shifts slightly between impressions. The result? A ghost-like doubling effect on the digits of the year 2010 portions of the coat of arms and sometimes even the lettering around the edge under magnification. This doubling becomes clear, and when paired with a planchet error, it's numismatic dynamite. Now, let's talk condition, because rarity alone doesn't bring top dollar. To break into the upper echelons of value, we're talking $50,000 to $65,000. The coin must be in superb, uncirculated condition. Specifically, a grading of MS66 or higher from a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This means no scratches, no discoloration, razor-sharp strike quality, and original mint luster. Untouched by time or circulation, the coin that recently shattered expectations at auction. It was graded MS67 and authenticated as a double error specimen. Both a wrong planchet and a double die. Perfect storm. A once-in-a-generation find. As values rise, so does the counterfeit market. So how do you protect yourself? Here's your quick 5-step checklist to verify if your 2010 1 Rand coin is the real deal. Weigh it. Use a precise scale. The standard is 5 grams. Any variation of more than 0.2 g? Investigate further. Magnet test. Most 1 Rand coins will cling to a magnet. If yours doesn't, red flag. Color and finish. Look for abnormal shine, dullness, or inconsistent metal color. Trust your eyes. Check for doubling. With a magnifying glass, examine the date, lettering, and springboks horns. Look for shadowed or split lines. Edge quality. Authentic coins have clean, even milling, blurry, bubbled, or poorly struck edges. could be cast, not struck. And always get it authenticated before buying or selling. No exceptions. So why this year? Why not 2009 or 2011? Because 2010 was a transitional and high-volume minting year. With heightened international attention during the World Cup and the need for mass circulation, minting operations were stretched thin, increasing the risk of die fatigue, planchet misplacement, and misquality control steps. It's during these high-pressure periods that errors slip through, and when they do, they often become the most valuable coins of a generation. Earlier this year, a coin enthusiast in Durban was sifting through an inherited shoebox of old change. One coin felt heavier, looked shinier, didn't stick to a magnet. After careful research and expert grading, it was confirmed. A 2010 South Africa 1 Rand error coin, MS67 grade, double die, wrong planchet. At a private collector's auction in Germany, that small coin sold for a mind-blowing $65,000. One coin, one drawer, a financial transformation. If this story taught us anything, it's that no coin is too ordinary to matter. So here's your action plan. Check your change jars, old wallets. Family collections focus on 2010 South Africa 1 Rand coins. Look for anything unusual. Color, weight, feel, sound. Use a scale, a magnet, and a magnifier, and if you suspect something rare, submit it for grading. That's it for today's deep dive into the world of rare South African coins. If you found this story inspiring, give us a like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon so you never miss the next hidden gem. Have a rare coin story of your own? Drop it in the comments below, and you might just be featured in a future episode. Until next time, stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, one coin can change everything.